We have some big news coming in. 120 workers were on the roster at the NTPC project at Rainy Village, and most of them are believed to have been swept away by this flash flood in Uttarakhand. 15 to 20 people are currently stuck inside at a nearby tunnel. ITBP personnel are deployed to rescue them from inside it, many of them still struggling to escape. ITBP personnel digging to open the Tapovan tunnel, which is completely blocked due to the debris. In fact, 250 personnel of the 1st ITBP, 3 teams of MNSI Auli are currently carrying out rescue operations on the site. 2 villages near the glacier burst site named the Reni and Lata, and even 3 to 4 shepherds are believed to have been swept away in flash floods.
तपोवन में भी एक पावर प्रोजेक्ट था एनटीपीसी का, वो जो है उसको भी इम्पैक्ट किया है। वहाँ भी 150 के करीब कर्मचारी थे, किंतु वहाँ कुछ लोगों के टनल में होने की सूचना प्राप्त हुई है, जिसमें हमारा उत्तराखंड पुलिस की एसडीआरएफ टीमों का प्रयास जारी है उनको बचाने का। ये और बड़ी बात बताना चाहूँगा कि जो पानी और मलबा जो आगे आया नीचे डाउन स्ट्रीम में, हमने सबको अलर्ट कर दिया था, पूरे एरिया को खाली करा दिया था गंगा के किनारे, जिससे कि कोई और फर्दर उसमें डैमेज ना हो। वो पानी अब श्रीनगर में डैम है, वहाँ पहुँच के वो पूरा स्टेबल हो गया। उससे आगे अब कोई खतरा, किसी तरह का खतरा किसी को नहीं बचा है। ये मैं हरिद्वार, ऋषिकेश, मुनि के रेती और ब्यासी देवप्रयाग के लोगों को ये बताना चाहूँगा, और हमारे रेस्क्यू और रिलीफ के ऑपरेशन जारी हैं।
All right, I'm cutting across to Gaurav Sawant joining us for more details. Gaurav, some big news coming in on the latest. 120 workers were on the roster at the NTPC project at the Rainy Village, and most of them are believed to have been swept away. In fact, 150 people on the whole, we understand, are feared dead or missing. Now, 120 workers on the roster at NTPC also now who are feared to have been swept away in the flash flood. And this is worrying because the toll is only going up by the hour.
This is a serious cause for concern, because at the Tapovan tunnel, this is the NTPC power project, and even here, there are reports that massive debris has blocked the access to the tunnel, which is where, again, apart from the state disaster response team, you have the Indo-Tibetan border police team and the army team that is being rushed there to help. What we are also being told is that a border roads organization bridge that was swept away in this area, an effort is being made to restore a temporary bridge so that some movement can take place in that area, so that relief supplies can be rushed in at this point of time. Again, downstream, the threat is now much reduced, is what the administration is saying, as we heard the police officer also talking about, that all the excess water has now been dammed and is gradually being released. So Rishikesh, Haridwar, the threat, the initial apprehension was, Nabila, that area could face the brunt, and because a lot of preparation was going on in that area, and there were devotees on the river bank. They had been asked to vacate that area. There were apprehensions, but that has been now contained. Upstream, uncertainty remains, also because access to information as of now is a little sketchy and second-hand. So the information is, as you very rightly pointed out, 120 odd missing, some feared swept away, or some, if they've gone to a safer area, we still do not know whether contact has been made with them or not. But again, teams of both the state disaster response team, NDRF and ITBP and Army are on ground, or are getting to the ground as quickly as possible. So Uttarakhand flash flood, beyond Srinagar, there is no tension, at least as of now, is what we are being told, Nabila.
Absolutely, and these are tough terrains, even for rescue and relief personnel, but they're doing a great job. Many teams have been pressed into action. In fact, the NDRF chief spoke with us. He gave us an insight as to how rescue operations are currently being carried out. Let's take a listen.
ऑलरेडी देहरादून से 12:15 बजे भेज दिया है, जो रास्ते में है। उसके अलावा गाजियाबाद से एक टीम ऑलरेडी निकल गई थी उसके बाद, और 3 टीमें अभी एयरलिफ्ट की तैयारी में है। तुरंत हम लोग यहाँ से हिंडन के लिए मार्च कर रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat is in Chamoli district to review rescue efforts at the disaster hit zone in Chamoli. A part of the Nanda Devi glacier broke off at Joshimath in Uttarakhand's Chamoli district around 10:40 a.m. this morning. This led to a massive flood in the Dauliganga River and caused large-scale devastation. Over 150 labourers working at the project, the power project site in Tapovan, Reni, are missing. 3 bodies are recovered. The Tapovan NTPC power project there was swept away completely. In fact, Home Minister Amit Shah also spoke to Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat. He's also at the spot. The Chief Minister himself reviewing the situation. Home Minister has also spoken with the DG NDRF to take stock of situation. After the natural disaster, an alert has also been sounded in Haridwar and Rishikesh. Right after this disaster now, Uttar Pradesh has also sounded an alert in Kanpur, Bijnor and Varanasi.
आईटीबीपी के जवान भी वहां पर पहुंच गए हैं। पूरे राज्य का तंत्र भी वहां पर एक्टिव हो गया। एसडीआरएफ की टीमें भी पहुंची हैं। मेरी मुख्यमंत्री जी से बात हुई, वो भी ऑन वे हैं और वायुसेना को भी अलर्ट कर बचाव कार्य में लगाने के लिए हमने पूरी तैयारी कर ली है। मैं उत्तराखंड की सभी निवासियों को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार इस संकट की घड़ी में उत्तराखंड के साथ खड़ी है और हर संभव मदद देकर इस संकट से जल्दी उत्तराखंड बाहर आए और आम जनजीवन पहले की तरह शुरू हो जाए। इस दिशा में हमारे प्रयास है। मेरे साथी एमओएस नित्यानंद जी गृह विभाग के डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट के कंट्रोल रूम में स्वयं बैठकर इस सारी चीजों को देख रहे हैं और मैं भी शाम को पहुंचकर परिस्थिति का जायजा लूंगा। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी फोन पर पूछा कर
जो रेलवे का काम चल रहा है अलर्ट करके उनको वहां से खाली करा दिया गया है। जो नदी के किनारे जो लोग हैं उनको अलर्ट करके उनको वहां खाली करा दिया गया है। जो रिवर राफ्टिंग होती है उसको बंद करा दिया गया है और जो टेहरी बांध उससे पानी रोकने को कहा गया है। श्रीनगर जो बांध है उस पर पानी खोल देने को कहा है ताकि जो लॉन्च का जो पानी आ रहा है उससे क्षति कम से कम। एनडीआरएफ से दिल्ली बात हो गई है गृह सचिव से और उन्होंने पूरे सहयोग के लिए कहा है। उन्होंने कहा एनडीआरएफ भेजना है या किस तरह की जरूरत है तो हम उसके लिए सारा।
उत्तराखंड में अलकनंदा की सहायक नदी में आज सुबह एक ग्लेशियर के टूटने से जो एक भीषण त्रासदी वहां पर घटित हुई है, इस भीषण त्रासदी के प्रति उत्तराखंड के उन पीड़ित परिवारों के प्रति और नागरिकों के प्रति हमारी संवेदनाएं हैं।
उत्तराखंड में हादसा हुआ है, ज़्यादा डिटेल्स नहीं आई हैं। मैं भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूं कि सब कुशल रहें, वहाँ पे किसी को हानि ना पहुँचे। हम सब की तरफ से ये शुभकामनाएं उत्तराखंड के लोगों को। जोशीमठ पे जो हादसा की खबरें अभी अभी आई हैं उसके लिए मैं अपनी संवेदना देता हूं।
Now, a portion of Nanda Devi Glacier in Reni area in Chamoli district of Uttarakhand broke off this morning. This is exactly what happened. The glacier burst led to an avalanche, triggered a massive avalanche and flash floods in Dauliganga. Tapovan Haidel Dam was damaged amid a flash flood. Water gushing down on the Alaknanda River. Moments of this dam breach were caught on cameras as well. Several cameras catching this as you see on your television screens. A massive avalanche resulted in several houses along the river banks being uprooted. Thousands of them evacuated, but unfortunately several of them even lost their lives. It is this moment right after the flash floods turned horrific, causing widespread devastation that you see here on your television screens. The flash floods also damaged the Rishiganga hydroelectric power project. Reports also suggest that there has been heavy damage to the breaking of the hydropower project. Around 50 people are also believed to be missing. Several of them stranded as well. Many of them stuck. Let me cut across to Gaurav Sawant for more on that. Gaurav, the power project, the Rishi Ganga power project, we believe has been more or less washed away. Several of them are feared dead. Many more are still stuck, we believe. Even though rescue relief operations are underway, it's a tough terrain. It's dangerous, but yet we're seeing that kind of confidence coming in from the NDRF, who promise and assure now that situation is under control. But the death toll, number of those missing, seem to be on the rise.
Yes, because as more information filters in, as the NDRF and SDRF teams and the Uttarakhand police, reach out to more people, more information is filtering in. As you rightly pointed out, it was at 10:45 this morning that the water suddenly came gushing down, and that's where two dam sites in Chamoli have been very badly impacted. One dam, the Raini project, virtually, extensive damage. There is an assessment that will be carried out, but even the Jal Shakti, Mantralaya gave details. Initial assessment was extensive damage. Then the second dam at Tapovan, again, where the tunnel has also been blocked by debris. Several people feared, trapped, missing, or unfortunately may have been killed even here, according to local police. But again, they are not numbered just as yet, because how many people were on rota, how many people have been deployed. When I spoke to Uttarakhand police officers, they said all of that information is still coming in. But what Trivendra Singh, Rawat, the Chief Minister, has said is that the Tehri Dam, water flow from Tehri has now been stopped. And this has helped. The rising water of Rishi Ganga and Alaknanda is now being sorted out. People in low-lying areas, they've been asked to vacate that area. And subsequently, Srinagar onwards, water flow is absolutely normal. So according to the Uttarakhand administration, people in Rishikesh or Haridwar or downstream in Uttar Pradesh now do not need to be worried. As of now, they've been able to contain the water flow situation, but relief and rescue will take some more time as Army, Air Force, NDRF, PP, SDRF all get involved, Nabila.
Right. Yes, Gaurav, you did mention situation is under control. That comes as a relief, but nonetheless, the numbers are yet to be officially given out by the district administration. Their officials are screening as to ensure how many people have been swept away. As of now, we believe 150 people have lost their lives. The number could increase, but we're waiting for a response, an official response coming in from authorities. But the surrounding areas, it seems like, have been already evacuated. Situation is under control. But let's take you through here the 5 most fearsome moments of this natural disaster. Number 1, the glacial burst occurred in Uttarakhand's Chamoli district. This is when it all started. The breach took place in Dauli Ganga Valley. And then the glacial breach created havoc in Chamoli's Joshimath area, destroying everything in its path. Massive destructions currently been reported from those areas. And then you have this causing a massive flood in rivers, including Alaknanda and Dauli Ganga River. And that really resulted in many of the houses being uprooted, houses on the riverbanks, being swept away by these flash floods, many of them losing their lives right at that moment. Thus, we believe that at least 150 people are feared missing, are feared killed, an official number yet to come. And then you have the Rishi Ganga power project that's been completely damaged. And here too, more than 150 laborers working at the Rishi Ganga power project may have been directly affected, and these are the numbers as the authorities have given, saying that these many people, at least 150 odd people, they're not being able to contact. They were on the roster, they were ideally present at that power plant, but they're not able to reach out to those men. Possibly they could have been swept away is what authorities fear. And then you have this dam of the Tapovan power project that's breached and feared to have been swept away as well. ITBP and state disaster response forces are currently at the spot, ensuring that anybody in the vicinity is evacuated. All those have been now evacuated for the moment, but unfortunately, even before rescue relief operations began, there were many of them who swept away with these floods. Kamaljeet joining us for more details on that. Kamaljeet, we believe hundreds of NDRF personnel, several teams are on the spot. It's a tough terrain. It's difficult as it is. And many of those areas, low-lying areas, especially those houses along the river banks, thousands of them have been evacuated. And this goes all the way till Rishikesh and Haridwar, where evacuation efforts have been have been carried out. Now situation is safe is what the NDRF says. If you can give us a glimpse into what's happening right along the Chamboli district.
Multiple teams are on the ground, whether it's the SDRF, the NDRF, the ITBP or the state police. Now they're acting in coordination. What is also significant is that there is a lot of action which is happening at Barrage, where it was suspected that 150 people are feared dead. Some of them, at least 50 of them, are said to be in the tunnel. Also now, the National Crisis Management Committee meeting, which is to be chaired by Rajiv Gauba, the Cabinet Secretary, is scheduled at 4:30. Some of the officials from MHA just left the building, and they will be meeting at the NCMC, and that will have an overall purview. Now, we've heard the Home Minister Amit Shah speak about it, saying all possible assistance will be provided. What is also significant is that this is a multi-level effort. So Indian Air Force joining hands with the NDRF and the ITBP teams, taking men and equipment to ensure that all this level of equipment can be provided. Real-time assistance is to be done. Now remember, the good part about it is the water has receded. So in that particular sense, there is some sort of relief coming in. But it is the real-time information. Now we did manage to speak to both DG NDRF as well as the DG Uttarakhand, and both are saying yes, the casualty numbers are expected to be high, between 50 to 100, and we are looking at larger numbers. But the stress at this point of time is that the rescue operation, especially around Joshi Math area, which has taken the maximum impact, with the barrage now open up and the reservoir being damaged. So they are looking to contain the situation. The thing is, the water has receded, may make things slightly more easier. But this is reminiscent of 2012-13 when Uttarakhand cloudburst took place. This situation seems slightly better because it's more contained now, and they're looking at rescue and relief on ground.
Right. Kamaljeet, here one really wonders what has triggered this flash flood. We understand a glacial burst has occurred, eventually resulting in those rivers flooding to a point where it swept away everything that came in its way. But anything that triggered, apart from that, any of the teams who were monitoring situations of such natural calamities did sound an alert at all? Or was it really out of the blue all of a sudden?
See, it looks like a double whammy because earlier we saw in 2012 and now again we've seen a similar pattern taking place. So this is a matter of concern as to why these things occurred. But remember, the post-mortem of that event will be done much later because right now the effort is much more on that. Now, what preliminary information is coming in that the glacier burst, it fell on the reservoir, which now caved in, and that is how the water burst out, and that is how it carried the huts. The water flooded the tunnel where laborers were working. There was also the barrage where the floods water came in, sweeping away several hundreds of huts. Now we are hoping that even as rescue missions are underway, remember initial information by ITBP said that they were able to rescue several people, including the 16. They also managed to recover several dead bodies. But remember, all hands are on the ground, their decks are on the ground. So clearly, this is a situation where they are trying to ensure that they have a coordinated rescue effort and to ensure that all possible assistance is provided to the state coming in from the center. A backup of multiple teams of the NDRF, the ITBP, as well as the Indian Air Force now joining hands to ensure that rescue and relief are provided immediately.
Right. Thank you very much, Kamaljeet, for joining us with those details. A serious flash flood, which was a result of an avalanche, a glacial burst and led to an avalanche, eventually flash floods. Everything that came its way has been destroyed. Unfortunately, over 150 people are feared dead. Many of them are still missing. An official number is yet to come in from authorities there. But nonetheless, the NDRF teams say that situation is under control. In fact, the NDRF chief spoke exclusively to India Today. Let's take a listen what he said.
जो एवलांच आया था, ग्लेशियर टूटा था ऋषिगंगा के ऊपर, उसकी वजह से जो ऋषिगंगा पावर प्रोजेक्ट है उसका जो डैम था वो टूट गया। उसके बाद फिर नीचे अन्य चीजें टूट गई, उसकी वजह से काफी मात्रा पानी का वॉल्यूम बढ़ गया था और जिस कारण से काफी जान माल का नुकसान हुआ है। एग्जैक्ट तो अभी फिगर नहीं है, परंतु मानव क्षति और अन्य क्षति काफी ज्यादा है। नहीं, विलेज पे ज्यादा नहीं है, परंतु जो काम कर रहे थे ऋषिगंगा पावर प्रोजेक्ट में वो मिसिंग है। रेस्क्यू हमारी टीम लगी हुई है, वो इसीलिए रेस्क्यू कर रही है। जो हमारी, क्योंकि उसके नीचे भी धौलीगंगा में एक एनटीपीसी का भी पावर हाउस बन रहा है, तो उनके भी डैम साइड में कुछ नुकसान होने की सूचना है।
2 टीमों को अलग अलग जगह पर हम लोगों ने तैनात किया है वहाँ पे। एक टीम हमारी बिल्कुल फ्लैट जो ग्राउंड है जहाँ पर कि कहोगे आप पूरा रिजर्वायर बना हुआ था, उस पर पहुँच गए हैं। वहाँ पर पहुँच के वो लोग स्थानीय जो वहाँ पर जो बांध के भी जो रिजर्वायर के भी जो स्टाफ था और साथ ही साथ जो बाकी लोग थे उनके साथ मिलकर अभी असेसमेंट कर रहे हैं। वहाँ तक कि पूरी जो आसपास की आबादी है, गाँव हैं और लोग हैं, उन लोगों को अवेयर करने का और निकालने का काम भी उसमें भी मदद कर रहे हैं हमारे जवान।
All right, rescue operations are currently underway at Chamoli district of Uttarakhand after massive flooding reported in Dhauliganga river due to this glacial burst. Joint rescue operations are being carried out by the Indian Air Force and the NDRF. 2 NDRF teams have been airlifted from Ghaziabad's Hindon Air Base. In fact, 3 IAF helicopters including Mi-17 and 1 ALH Dhruv chopper have been deployed. 3 teams from Mountaineering and Skiing Institute have also joined in the rescue operations to back the other forces. 250 ITBP men along with 600 army personnel have been roped in. Efforts are now being made to rescue people from Tapovan tunnel as well. The ITBP personnel is trying to dig open the tunnel blocked with debris. So far, 3 dead bodies have been recovered. The DGP Uttarakhand says that situation is under control now and low-lying areas are out of danger even as rescue operations still continue.
Well, my message to the common people and who may be affected, whose relatives may be affected, is that things right now look to be back to nearing normalcy in the sense that the water has flown down and the damage which will happen has probably already happened. But as I said, it's a developing situation. But I can assure you that as I was saying, that the helplines are out, the state government is already on the job, the CM is personally monitoring. So if there are any issues to be handled, the helplines can be addressed, including the state police helpline. I have just had a talk with the DG. So the police also is alert, the SDRF is alert. So every agency can be tapped, including the NDRF, and we'll be on call.
All right, we're going to continue tracking all the developments there. Rescue operations underway. Rescue teams assure that situation is under control. But we will be tracking this. We're going to slip into a short break. We wrap this show. Coming up next, an India Today special.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.